Luda throw was tight.
You are now watching the Baseball Hippie Show.
Luda.
Baseball Hippie Show. Baseball Hippie Show. Wow, it's the Baseball Hippie Show. Welcome all, it's just love and baseball. Just love and baseball. Just love and baseball. Baseball Hippie Show. Welcome all, it's just love and baseball. Baseball Hippie Show. Welcome all, it's just love and baseball. Baseball, just love and baseball. Just love and baseball.
Yo, welcome everybody.
Just love and baseball. Just love and baseball.
Welcome everybody to the Baseball Hippie Show. I am the Baseball Hippie. It is Thursday, September 5th, and we are podcasting. To my right, Brownbear. Down below, Tobes.
Yes, sir.
Man, a lot has changed in Mariner land since the last time we talked. But, yeah, man. What's up with y'all? I guess this is what we do every time, you know?
Chilling, dude. Chilling, dude. It's good to be back. It's been a while since we've done this. Yeah, I don't know. I've been chilling. Family was sick for a couple weeks, but we're all feeling better. Just got back. We were actually up in Washington last weekend. We went to the Evergreen State Fair in Monroe with my mom. And hung out at the lake. And yeah, now we're back. Chilling.
Nice. Yeah, I got some nature too. I went out to the coast. It was great. What's up with you though, Tobes?
What's up, y'all? Good to see you. Good to be back. Man, times are dark in the Mariners land. 1080G.
Shout out.
I gotta get my stylist on, you know, now that we're 1080. They see everything now, so had to come looking sharp today. Got the little sum with the sum. But yeah, times are dark right now in Mariners lands, folks. I don't know if you checked the news. We'll probably get into it. You came to the right place to watch. Let's talk about this. How you doing though? How you doing, Jay?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just doing my my code world. Cut the chopped off the hair, you know, started coding my brain, you know, to just feel it absorbing knowledge as we go around the sun. Spinning.
Are you seeing ones and zeros when you walk down the street now?
I'm not trying to say that I'm in the algorithm, but I am the algorithm, if that makes any sense. Oh, my LED turned on right when I said that. Nah, man, it's good to be back on Baseball Hippie. Yeah. Psychedelia and all that. Man, in terms of most psychedelic Mariner season, if they make it to the playoffs, yes, this will go down as number one. If they don't make it, still pretty psychedelic. I don't know if I give it number one. We'll have to rate it next year.
Nah, it's a narc-ass season.
Yeah, bro, this is a bad trip, bro. The shrooms were old.
Oh man, no, we're gonna Tobe. Don't say that, man. We're gonna tonight. We're taking the boat. We're getting you out of bad trip land.
Okay, yeah. Be our spiritual Sherpa through this journey.
Yeah, I'm down. I have been given this. Yeah, I'm ready to do that. Okay, so on that note, the shout out on the spiritual guide, our shouts outs tonight goes to our boy Ansel Adams, photographer from 1902 to 1984. Black and white film. A lot of photos from the West that eventually became national parks. Psychedelia, man. Conservation. I'm down. That's hippie shit. So yeah, shout out Ansel Adams, man. You're always gonna learn something. And the reason on the Baseball Hippie Show, and the reason we're shouting him out is because it's one of the Brown Bear's son's first words. So he's coming through, you know, because it's named after his sister's dog is named after Ansel Adams. So it's weird how things connect like that, you know?
Shout out Ansel Adams.
Shout out Ansel Adams. This is interesting. I'm just doing some side note research, and they actually have a baseball card of Ansel Adams. The Smithsonian launched their own baseball series.
I get that up before the end of the podcast. Drop that in the Discord, Joe.
That's a rare one. Yeah, got you.
Do you
Imogen
always
Cunningham, Mike Mandel, Minor Way, Ansel Adams, the four piece. It's a rare collector's little piece right there.
Full
Fill
circle.
out, you know, fill out your little man cave.
Yeah, I see your man cave's doing well, man. I see your man cave's doing well. You look comfortable, Toes. Like for a person who has sunglasses and is looking at the internet, you look like you're chilling.
Dude, this is thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Feel very comfortable with you guys now, but also my chair doesn't have like a stiff backbone. I gotta get a new chair. This is like the only way I can sit in it.
Sucks.
I gotta go like.
I just noticed you lamping in your man cave.
This is how far back I go. The knob,
Nice.
bro. I did find
Nice.
this in the alley of my old apartment, so shouts out my neighbors.
It's chill until you have to like type some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just go like this.
My office chair is
type it.
fucked. It like the height thing is broken, so it'll just randomly like slide down.
Same. I want it home.
Have you ever been in like an important Zoom call and it just slides down?
Yeah, usually I have a sit stand desk, so I know it's gonna happen now, and I just stand for my meetings. I'm all jittery
I need
as
to get
hell
one
when
of
I'm on
those.
camera too.
Yeah, that's a pro tip, everybody. I stand for my meetings too, especially if I'm running a meeting. I'm standing.
Yeah,
Giving you the points. Boom, boom, boom.
exactly. Pro
Damn,
tips.
you got to be
Very alpha.
The lights are on. Play ball. It's a play ball situation going on. Like a lot like this show, really. A lot like the show. I should be standing, man. Honestly, I should be like that guy. There's like that guy who just stands and like walks around as he's podcasting. That guy I guess he has like a radio show. He's like a college football dude. His format is so funny because he'll like have a mic in a room and he'll
Dan
like
Patrick.
he's kind of like him though.
Colin Cowherd.
Oh wait, not Dan Patrick, the punter, the ex-punter guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like really famous right now. I feel like he's got his due recently.
Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, no, Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
Pat
yeah.
McAfee.
Pat
okay.
McAfee.
Like his radio show format is mad funny. He'll just like have a mic in a room and he'll walk around and take calls. Like, but it won't be like he won't be like talking into a mic. It'll just be like the room and him. Yeah, anyways, shout out Pat McAfee. All right, man. We're getting towards the end here. It's September 5th, y'all. Let's just talk, because I know we got a lot to talk about the Mariners. It's been last time we talked was before the trade deadline, so you know it's been crazy. But, man, let's talk league, because I've been keeping up on the baseball pods, again, thanks to you guys. But how do we do this, man? Like, the league is crazy. The Padres, y'all. The Pods. The straight Padres are the killers right now. And the Diamondbacks are roaring. And I don't know. Trevor Plouffe's up on Baseball Today saying that the Royals and the Twins aren't that good. Which makes no sense because he's the Twins guy, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. There's just been like, we got a weird end to the year. Also looks like Boston's going to make the playoffs. And then in the National League, the Phillies, the Mets, sorry. Let's talk some Mets here.
Yeah, Mets, Braves, little race is going to be crazy here.
Yeah, so any team, let's just hop on a team. Is there any bandwagon any of you guys are on? That's my first question out of these standings. Like for other teams besides the Mariners. That you
I don't know if this is like wild card-ish, because I feel like that's where you're going, but I do think, because I feel like in the beginning on our first pod we were talking about, or maybe our second one, we were talking about the Guardians, if it's going to, if this is going to hold. And the Guardians are nice, and they've set themselves up to be a powerhouse for a long time, especially like what you said, if the Twins and the Royals are going to fall off here at the end. Guardians, youngest team in baseball. Crazy.
Yeah, with a rookie manager.
Crazy. Rookie manager, wow.
Yeah, Stephen Vogt.
Yeah, so I just want to throw that out there. Give them a little shout out here at the end, because it looks like they're gonna breeze through, clinch the division.
Let's respect that and start there. Why does Cleveland is the most underdog team? Because even on, again, Baseball Today, you would think that, what's his name? The host, he's a big Cleveland guy.
Chris Rose, yeah.
Even he says he's not that excited, but like, as a Mariners fan, we're looking at the Central like, what are you talking about? You guys are dominant in the American League. Like, even the Yankees have faltered. And, like, you guys are the most consistent team, if we really think about it.
Yeah, I think I did watch that thing. I think actually all three of those teams right now have a similar thing, where they've had some starting pitching injuries. So they were trying to decide, like, who they throw out even in the first series. But also a shout-out Brownbear's boy Josh Naylor, man. I saw the J-Ram, Josh Naylor, first teammates did 100 RBIs, I think, the other day. So
yeah, shout out
this
Josh
season,
Naylor.
I mean, yeah.
Good call.
He's been my first baseman all year in fantasy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It was clutch.
Yo, shout out to fantasy too. Last week of fantasy till the playoffs. Brown Bear takes the standing. Takes the number one record. Love it.
Take it home. Take it home, Brown Bear.
All year, bro.
Take it home. That means that I beat the champion if you win, man, one time.
Yeah, dude.
Take it home, though, man. You've been a dominant force in the league. It's been a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, it has.
It's been super exciting. Thanks for setting it up, man. This has been so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. We'll keep it going next year as long as we got enough people interested. I mean, everyone seems like they're having a good time with it, so.
Yeah.
We should do maybe like if we do the next pod, we should go over like kind of how the season played out for the internet out there if they want to see, because I think we started off it with kind of showing our draft picks and stuff.
Yeah, who we ended up with. There was a lot of injuries, and that Skinner, my little, like, I drafted Skeens and he was in the minors. That shit paid off.
That was crazy.
It's because I saw a dude draft Holiday, and then he had a little falter, but he's starting to catch his little wind.
Wonder if you kept him.
Yeah, Orioles. We got to talk them too. When I say consistency in the American League, do we think the Orioles are going to win the American East? And did they do that last year? Did they win the division last year? Should I look that up? Because that's kind of a big deal considering how bad they were for so long. Because they're one of those teams.
Yeah, I think that they won the division last year. I think they lost in the first round though.
They did lose in the first round. Yeah, they won the division.
Yeah. So if they go, they're just kind of becoming a powerhouse.
Yeah, I'd fuck with the Orioles. They're tight. Don't just I'm gonna go back real quick to. We're kind of hopping all over the place, but to go back to the AL Central real quick.
I know.
So Cleveland's leading the division, and then the two of the wild card teams are Minnesota and KC, and then tied with us for the first team out of the wild card is Detroit. They're 5 games out, but there's a world. I mean, the Yankees aren't going to fall that far, but there is a world where 4 playoff teams came from the AL Central this year, potentially. Again, that's not going to happen unless New York just completely falls off and Detroit goes on a total tear. But it's like there's some universe out there where that happened.
Okay, major shout out to Tobe saying Cleveland Indians as his, Guardians as his pick, his bandwagon pick. Brownbear, I want to know your pick though, man, as well.
Oh wait, no. Let me clarify. No. Beginning of the season, I wasn't a believer at all. I'm still somewhat in the. I don't know. They're just so young. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do in the playoffs. But just wanted to give them a shout out, just seeing what they're doing.
Okay,
but I'm gonna go with you guys. I think my pick is Baltimore. I really like their team. Just if we're gonna, this is super jumping around. I'm just saying if we're talking
World Series.
World Series. Yeah,
postseason bandwagon team. I'm definitely Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then if Orioles Phillies is the best World Series we can see, is that what's going on right here? Or is there a better National League team?
I'm corny. Yeah, I want to do an Orioles Dodgers just because I want to see Shohei in there. But Orioles Phillies would be fire too. I want to see Phillies Dodgers NLCS though. It would be very nice.
I can't believe the Red Sox are down to 500. They're kind of took a fall like us. I feel like they were kicking butt a couple weeks ago. Also, I want to say something real quick.
They just lost 5 in a row.
Okay, that's what it is.
That'll fuck you up real quick.
I want to get this on record right now. And I hope you don't snake me, but I'm just going to say it. My first pick in the fantasy draft next year is going to be Devers. He is a monster at the plate. I really believe that his plate approach. I don't know what he's batting right now, but man, when I see him play, I'm like, this guy is weirdly advanced, and he kind of looks like, he doesn't care. But I swear, some of the best players, that's kind of how Biggie felt to me too.
It's like J-Ram too. It's the same way.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. They're same kind of build, demigod build, short king build.
Yeah.
I'm playing a lot of 2K, so that's where my head's at right now.
Yeah. And, Alvarez is bigger, but he kind of does the same thing where it's just like I've seen Devers and Alvarez hit crazy oppo homers. And that's where I think I'm like, whoa, these guys are crazy because, they can just make a good swing on almost any pitch. So they're kind of have a weird approach where they're just I don't know. There's this level of they've mastered the fear of who's pitching. It kind of has a Bonds-esque vibe, but I guess Bonds is kind of 101 because maybe steroids. But anyways, I digress. What is the biggest surprise? I guess is the next question of these teams.
Are we sticking AL or anywhere?
I'd say anywhere. Yeah, let's go anywhere.
I mean, considering how the season started, Houston's honestly a pretty big surprise that they're leading the division.
Yeah.
Ouch. That personally hurts me as an Mariners fan. They're like the least talked about team on our podcast.
Okay, well, if we don't want to talk about Houston, but keep it in the AL and keep it in division, Texas being as bad as they are is a surprise. I didn't think they were going to challenge for a repeat necessarily, but I didn't think they were going to be as bad as they are.
How much more depressed would we be if they were teetering around 500 right now? I sometimes have those thoughts.
Yeah, it'd be kind of rough, but
it's like still
they're only 3 games behind us. They're not that far back.
This is gonna get fun. But yeah, man. I gotta go with the Mets, man. They just feel like there's just something weird going on over there. But like, they remind me of the Mariners a lot with their struggles organizationally.
Yeah, I would say similar. The Mets pulling back to be a decent team, and then Atlanta struggling to stay in the wild card picture.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle. Okay. I wonder, they got to have one more series against each other, right? Let's see their schedule. Okay. Mets got some good folklore this year, though, with the Grimace. They got, Jose Iglesias with the OMG pop stars on, which is like still one of the funniest things I've ever seen in baseball. I mean, can you imagine, bro? Like, imagine
on the rain they brought out the Grimace was so legendary.
Dude, I think they went like 10-2 after Grimace pitched the first pitch that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine they bring up who's like, I don't know. Yeah, imagine we get Victor Robles, whose like career might be almost over. He does good, and then he's like, also Victor Robles is playing his pop single after the show tonight with a firework presentation. Like, damn.
Yeah, I could.
You can't unlock that swag.
110% could see a Mariner doing that, but it wouldn't be as cool.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as cool. Right?
Cool. No, hey,
it might be like.
No, not shots
It might
fired.
be spiritual miracle, lyrical white dude rap.
Be in the Christian rap category. That's just my prediction. I'm just one person.
I mean, I would even take
the evidence I've been given.
I'd take a country little jingle. Okay, so we got Mets Braves September 24th, last series. They play Philly twice though. So
yeah, they do that on purpose. They do that on purpose. But hey, I just want to say,
Mets have a pretty tough schedule for the rest of this year.
Do you see this as a changing of the guard? Or do you see like Atlanta seems like they could have a comeback easily next year? But do you think Texas could easily, quote unquote, have a comeback next year and just be really good?
Well, Atlanta, you got to remember it's Acuna and Strider out.
Yeah, that's a huge part of why they're struggling.
That's massive,
sure.
Yeah. And for them to even still be in the hunt, that's what Josh was saying the other day. It's like that's what good teams do, bro. Like your two best duo gone and you're still in the hunt. It's just a good organization.
Yeah, I agree with that. On the flip side, though, Texas, I think you're seeing the consequence. They pushed all in by getting some old ass motherfuckers, and this is the downside of that. If like Scherzer and DeGrom work out and don't get hurt, I guess DeGrom I don't think is quite as.
You almost forgot his name because he hasn't pitched for so long. So.
Right, exactly. Scherzer's old and at the end of his career. DeGrom more just has super high injury risk. Bringing those two guys in as like your two number ones, like your number one and number two, is a big risk, and it didn't really pan out for them. I think it helped get them to the postseason last year. This year, it's just not really worked out, and I think going all in on guys like that, you're going to see a downside to it. However, I think Texas does have a lot of young talent still.
Yeah, I'm going to look up the farm rankings real quick as well. Sorry, keep talking.
No, I was just saying, I don't think it's as easy of a path back to the top for Texas, but I think they're not far off still. But for Atlanta, I'd be surprised if when Acuna and Strider are healthy, if they aren't kind of the you know, going for number one against Philly.
Yeah. That's what it seems like. Collective, you know, from the pods, it feels like what a team with like. Also, Olsen just kind of had a shit year, but baseball is a wild sport in the modern incarnation. Like, I think there's some really elite hitters, and then there is a lot of shitty hitters. And it's easy for me to say that. You know, I think what they say, the pitching's getting better, it feels kind of excusey, but like, I can't really crack the code, man. Like, it's like, I feel like I'm just looking at a past like thing where like, oh yeah, Jock Peterson could have been a Mariner, man. Like, all these guys, you got to just see it with your eye. They're gamers. But then at the same time, I'm like, yeah, he probably would have a 200 average and like not hit as many. It's just
Jock
like
Peterson would have been the most garbage Mariner in the history
exactly,
of the
like
franchise.
exactly. In that text I sent the other day, where I was like, we should have kept Gino, we should have kept Teo, and we should have kept Carlos Santana. And I just thought to myself, like, man, flip side of the coin, dude. Like, what are you even talking about? You know, like. At the same time, it's like time and place means a lot in life and definitely in baseball, man. It's like something about all those games. Like, there's something more than just being good at hitting. That like the consistency part, you have to have like a mentality that's on some, or something. I don't know what it is, you know, but like, damn, just makes Hall of Fame careers that much more cool to me because like, you know, Ohtani really is just a master at the craft, dude. It's crazy. But I don't know, man. Any predictions now? That's the last thing I'd have to say about the MLB. Any big predictions? Big money predictions? Budweiser hot seat here going into the playoffs.
Yeah. Man, what is Yamamoto? Is Yamamoto about to come back for the Dodgers? What are they saying?
They're talking about relief pitcher.
Damn. That's
also,
crazy.
Jordan Montgomery on Arizona as a relief pitcher weirds me out because, like, did he not almost win the Cy Young as Texas's best starter last year? And then contract negotiations. All right, I'm going to drop the first bomb. Padres are going to win the AL or the NL crown.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bold.
I don't know about that.
What's their schedule looking like, bud? Oh, they do play the White Sox. They got Dodgers.
No, I'm talking about they're going to win.
They're going to win out in the postseason.
They're going to win it
they're going to win the NLs. Yes, okay.
They're going to, because two elite teams will have to take each other out going in. You know, the way it might crumble is Philly, you know, could play LA and then win or lose or something, and then Padres just happen to get the moment, get hot. You know, we all know how that works. So that it's not that crazy of a thing, but it is a crazy one because of LA and Philly. Any other bombs? Does anybody want to drop a glitter bomb?
Yeah, it's hard to say, man. I don't know.
Hot spot.
That one's crazy. That was a bomb, bro.
That was a
I
bomb.
don't know about all that. They gonna have the goose again, or what was the thing? What was the thing from a couple years ago?
Oh wait, what? Yeah, say it again.
What was the thing? Didn't like a bird fly on the field a couple years ago?
Yeah,
They made like a little playoff run. They gotta bring that back.
yeah, they got to bring back the bird. We should look that up.
It's like a goose. It's like
I
some
like
type
the
of goose.
Padres organization. Hey, can I say this though? Here's another one.
Jackson
Here's
Merrill, my
I'm
boy.
dropping another one while we're waiting here. Is I think the World
Rally
Series is going to be the Guardians versus the Brewers. I know it doesn't make sense because I just
MLB's not going to let that happen because they're not going to get any views from that shit.
Jess, that's it, yeah.
You just think the Illuminati.
It's a business at the end of the day, Jess.
Nah, they're gonna give juice balls to any Dodgers and Yankees game. You know they want the
Dodgers. Jess, dropping bombs out here, buddy.
They want the Dodgers Yankees series.
Right. I'm just gonna drop three for the group. Here's the third one. Dodgers Yankees is what we all want.
No, it's not what we want.
Star Wars.
No, that's what they want. Yeah.
It's what America wants. Let's be real here. Star Wars.
I'm down to see Ohtani in the postseason. I want to see Ohtani in the postseason. That's cool with me. I've had enough of the Yankees. I don't need any of that.
The Yankees.
I'll stick to Dodgers. Baltimore. I like that.
Okay.
I like that series. It's good pitching. I just don't know if the Yankees. I mean, that's what they want for sure. That's what the upper echelon wants. The hands that feeds the people, the powers that be. But the Yankees standing rotation sucks ass though. And I'm not coming from a Yankees hater, but their lineup's nice. But shout out Jazz.
Anybody's lineup
man,
nice
bring
if
it
you
up.
had the 7 foot tall fucking monster named Aaron Judge. Jesus Christ.
Big Shrek.
Gil.
They said. Whoa.
Wait, Tobe, I gotta say, I'm not trying to be a Yankee here, man. I'm not trying to be a straight Yankee here. But Gil, Nestor, that dude who won a Cy Young, who's kind of nerdy, I forgot his name right now.
Gil Say.
Garrett Cole, Stroman. They're not complete trash, man. Like, I know.
They're good. They're good on a good day, bro. They just haven't been there. They're not. It's not. You know. I'm not saying they're not bottom of the barrel. They're not bottom 50. They're top 50. They're top 50% team. You know, but I don't think against the play. I don't know. It's just a weird. Like, who are you gonna roll out top three? It's just a weird thing to put. You have to decide between your number 3 being Nestor or Stroman, and any given day those guys can get rocked out the park. So, and I'm a Stroman. Yeah, I'm a Stroman
Garrett
fan.
Cole's not 100% proven as like a playoff jockey.
Well, I think he's been pretty bad since they brought him back up from the. I might be wrong about that. I know he had one game where he got pulled.
What if the Dodgers go to the World Series and they're like, Ohtani can pitch, and they just pitch him as a closer?
I mean, dude, WBC. You see it. You throwing pitches the other day, dude.
My eyes out. What's up? WBC.
Had that video of him throwing pitches.
I'm still thinking about that pitch. I'm still thinking about that at bat. Man, just a day. It was a world day for baseball, and we were all watching Ohtani strike out Mike Trout. And even though I was rooting for the U.S., I was like, man, that was tight. That was
fun. That was so tight.
That was Ferrari. That was, what was it called? Ford versus Lamborghini versus Ferrari? Yeah, something like that.
I take it back. Garrett Cole, past month has been really good. Yeah, just getting brought back up.
Okay,
that dude's he's like the most hateable MLB player.
He's
what is he famous for?
No faith, bro. That guy's getting shelled in the playoffs, bro. Against Baltimore.
I don't know how to answer that question. I think is what I'm always gonna remember about. Sticky and Bauer, what was it on that Mexican team is in the World Series right now? The Diablos with shout out Mexico, shout out that team, man. It's got Cano and Bauer. I would if I lived in that area, I would be going to those games, man. Those guys are fun.
His mic'd up videos they're funny, but they're so cringy.
Yeah.
Slider outside, yeah, bitch, miss. Oh, another slider, see you later, bitch. He like always does. He sounds like Jesse from Breaking Bad.
Oh man,
That guy sucks so much.
Like, yeah, he's so corny.
It's like you're right. We don't even have to give him airplay. But anyways,
No, he's funny though. I mean, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's entertainment.
I think we
to the
talked about
last
this
song.
before. Real quick.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this before. But do you know who else is on the Diablo Rojos? Jose Marmalejos.
That's damn marmalade highs.
Literally.
Oladi, olada.
Okay. Here's my last one, and it goes to Tobe getting the spring training 2024 fresh as hat. The Mariners are going to make a run and win the division, and it's going to blow everybody's mind because the last 7 games are going to be so pressured, and we're going to be like, this team is going to crumble. There's going to be no hope at this moment, but we're going to win out like 8 in a row, win the division, and just be like, holy shit, how did we do that? Would that be crazy? Crazier things have
Yes.
happened.
What are you smoking on today, bro? Put down the bong, man.
I thought that was a good. I thought that was a good segue.
He's on that,
That is-
Soto
that is.
Mojo pack, bro.
Yeah, no, damn.
Yeah.
It's not like Gary Payton. God damn. That Sean Kemp. I love the enthusiasm, but I am coming from a place. I think that might be the worst possible thing that we could do right now, and I could see it happening just for that reason.
that.
But they make the playoffs. There's no lesson learned at all, dude. Everybody's happy. Then we see it swept the first round, and then we go home. The management pats themselves on the back and be like, "Damn, we really got through that year, guys. Good job." Like, no lesson learned, dude.
You buy that
We
tape,
lose
it'd be
in this
95
fashion.
season type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scott gets fired. That's high drama, man.
10 years later, they bring back Scott for the first pitch. Like, remember the 2024 season, Scott? Never forget you.
Dude. Yeah, okay.
Yo,
Well,
if they
it's
somehow
interesting.
won the World Series this year, they'd have to give Scott a ring. Imagine getting a ring in a season you got
Yo,
fired.
that's tough. Are you getting invited to the barbecue?
It's great. It's great. Well, if you guys want to talk more about MLB, now's the time because we can hop right into the Mariners after that because breaking news off the Mariners. On a Thursday night, break the news. Oh man! But anything league wide, weekly roundup, league. I mean, kind of monthly roundup at this point. But Otani's killing it.
Last thing I'll add is like I don't know if this is real. I saw they were, I don't know if we talked about this year. We're enforcing the 6-inning minimum pitch for starters, and then I saw a new one just thrown out, which I think is fake, but it's the 95 max velo for pitchers.
Yes.
But the only reason I brought it up, because we don't need to go into the technicalities of each of those, but I think that the interesting point of this is baseball is looking at something to help the batting because of the atrocious batting statistics this year, and it's a year that a lot of the best pitchers have getting plagued with injuries. So it's kind of like a perfect storm for the next 5 years are these averages, home run numbers, RBI is going to even dip lower league round, but I think it's breaking records for its lowest batting average, lowest amount of home runs, lowest RBIs for this year. It's on pace for. So, and to me, I was like, I still love baseball, but I'm like, I think that's kind of I think it's a problem to be looking at. I don't know.
No, I love a good pitcher's duel, but every game can't be like a 2 to 3. Team wins 3-2 or whatever. And I guess it's not every game, but we need more offense for sure. And that's not unprecedented. They did that in the '60s. It's when they lowered the pitching mound.
Oh, damn! I didn't even know that. That's wild.
Yeah, I think it was Bob Gibson and Tom Seaver had like monster fucking years. And they're like, all right, we can't do this. We're going to lower the pitching now because y'all are like way too G.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, so what, do you guys have any just wild, I mean, Jess, you're off bong today. You got any wild creative solutions for, because those two they threw out, I don't think are good at all. I don't know if those are going to fix anything.
You're not wrong.
I don't know how you enforce a max velo. That's just, you just take back the pitch. It seems dumb. In the 6th inning minimum, I'm like, most pitchers, they got asked about that. They're like, well, that's what we try to do anyway. So,
yeah, I don't like either of those. I don't like that much tinkering with the game, but I think that I can't figure it out with the bird's eye view of being a fan, but they need a hitting ninja like they have a pitching ninja, you know? Like, I swear to God, play approach is bigger than being just a badass hitter. Like, that's the only difference. It's just a term that I can generally point to that makes, like, a hitter consistent, I guess. Because, like, you know, guys, a lot of guys in the league are monsters. Like, you really just don't get to the bigs unless you're a beast at hitting. Like, it doesn't even matter how good you are at fielding. You just, like, don't even get to the bigs unless you hit a lot in the minors. So I think it's, like, probably pretty intense to play in front of fans, especially in today's age. I don't know. I don't really know how to. Maybe they need to, like, drink more, you know, because there's, like, more drinking in the 70s, 80s. Lower. So it's like,
open bar in the dugout.
Like, it might be like a bucket full of amphetamines in the clubhouse.
Yeah, it's just like it would be too like interneted out, and we're like, you get there and they're like, do the social media, and they're kind of like, every move is watched by a video, so you're like, maybe that makes people a little more tense, you know? I don't even know. I'm just making assumptions, but I don't have an answer for you, and I do not think tinkering with the game is the answer. I like the bigger bags. I like the pitch clock. Like, I'm not against changes, but those both seem very drastic, and the second one seems like a cop, like a speed limit type thing. It just gives me cop vibes. It's like, how are they going to tell a guy like he throws 105, and then they're like, that's a ball, and you know you shouldn't be doing that, ring or whatever, that guy on the Angels. And he's just like, fuck you. I'm gonna throw it however the fuck I want to throw it, blue, you know, like, okay, I've got it down now that I think about it. If they're gonna have that, because you know some pitcher is gonna break the rule and be like, how would I know it's gonna be 110? Just throwing it. What do you want me to throw it 60? You know?
Wow, I think the craziest one is the shift, the ban of the shift.
Oh, you're right.
The numbers haven't even really changed. They said so. I thought that would have been like a cool
the baseball
thing,
nerds said it wasn't going to change anything before they did it too.
That's wild, dude. It's wild how crazy the shift got, though, too.
They keep a person at second. I swear those up the middle base hits were a lot more common in the 90s. That's one thing.
Yeah, well, you're allowed to do it as long as you're not like on the other side of second. So you can literally like have your foot on the line and then be moving that
right
way.
when the ball gets hit.
They used to play it like people would just play the regular. I don't know, maybe not. They would still catch balls up the middle, like Omar Vizquel and all that. Damn.
I didn't have
big changes.
Yeah, didn't have the nerds telling him.
Obviously, little bitty. Yeah. Well, Tobe, thanks for bringing that up, man. Because I'm with you. I heard that too.
It'll be interesting. Well, can I throw this out? I actually think there's one thing on the horizon, and I hate to be this guy. But who do you think, or how effective do you think? I guess I'm asking this wrong. Basically, do you think the robo-ump maneuver is actually going to help hitters a lot? Like, let's say you can go to a plate, you can have a pro AB, but you also have in your back pocket, you can challenge a pitch, you can get in a pitcher's head a little bit. Like, imagine now you have a dude like, Devers, you have a dude like J-Ram who already commands the box, and then they're like, in a pitcher's head because they get. Imagine you go in and you see like a Rosarina, he'll just take a pitch, and imagine you just challenge a pitch just because you just want to get in a pitcher's head. Like, I think that could like add another layer, which I kind of like to the game of like kind of just batters coming up with just a different, kind of attitude thing. Like, I don't know, like I guess that's more of like a vibe-based analyzation of this, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Coming from a team where we have 0 to no swaggy dudes, it's like you watch a lot of dudes just come into the box, and I'm like, you already struck out, bro. You gave in like,
0 to no. Yeah, from
because I mean, obviously a Rosarina, Julio, but you know what I mean. I'm just like, dude, so, like, I don't know. You like, I don't know. I'm stuck on that thing that you said with Devers, where I'm like, there's just another level that the elite hitters have when they're already in the box that it just feels like the at bat's totally different. So
yeah,
I don't know, for like more of the medium players to be able to have that in their pocket and they can feel more a little confident, I feel like might help the game out as a whole. I don't know.
And lineup construction too. Yeah, I'll throw that in there because I think there's like just so much in the statistics where you just could probably prove out how many fastballs or whatever good pitches batters get when they're like quote unquote protected or whatever. So and that's kind of been like, but man, I think I'm with you. That was a really good point where it's like the will the robo-umps help the batters or the pitchers? Probably both a little bit, but
because I remember we came in with the pitchers because we were like, oh, they're just gonna make new pitches, so they just dot the outside.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't like. I think I'm against the police vibes. Like this, the checking of the sticky feels very like our era, where it's like, yeah, they're gonna like look back at this like kind of like post 9/11 like lockdown where it's like checking guys' hands and shit. Like 100 years from now, I think they're just gonna be like, yeah, one day we just forgot to do it. We just kept forgetting to do it, and then we just stopped doing it. It's like by then they're just like, yeah, then we got a stickier substance that you can't even see or smell. You're like, you don't even know. Anyways,
long resin.
Yeah, oldest trick in the book, really. All right, Mariner time now. I just want to give preface for anybody tuning in, man. What in the actual F has happened to the Mariners this season? One word response. Let me get a one word.
A picture says 1,000 words.
I want to give out a couple bullet points that live rent-free in a Mariners fan's head. Oh, man. That's what I call it. Damn. Yeah, 100 wins, 100 days, 100 nights in number one. We were number one West, AL West. The cry hug.
All right.
Damn. Here's what I got. We are flawed. We have all met. Man, this is like, it's honestly just like. We're going to Bark in the Park. Shout out, Bark in the Park. I'm going to my first Mariners game of the 2024 season next Wednesday with Tobe, with Steph, with my girlfriend Katie.
This is your first game?
Yeah.
Damn, Jess, you might be the reason, bro. You might be the reason, dude. You don't have your vibes at the game, man. You didn't bless them.
I got a projector. I got popcorn. They didn't make the playoffs last year. I was a season ticket holder. They went out and they got rid of Teo and then traded Robbie Ray for Haniger. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm canceling my season tickets on those MFers, man. And they changed my 7th inning stretch music. Get out of here. Plus, I was becoming kind of a low-key alcoholic going when we had to move. You know, I won't say it all live. Me and Tobe had the hustle. I got outgamed last year. I went to the All-Star break. I went to all those games with you, Tobe. I just overdid it, man. I overdid it at the stadium. Now I spend way less money. The cover of my home. Get my records, put some vinyl on.
You got a metaphorical sports hernia from watching.
Tell the truth, you got popped for stealing soda, didn't you?
It's free, man. It's free, but it does go. The third deck has less soda options, weirdly. The first deck in outfield has the most soda options for everybody looking for the free soda. It's crazy. It's like a classism thing, not to laugh.
So funny.
See, let's start there. Indicative of the Mariners franchise. Why would any of the soda machines be different? What the fuck is wrong with
man, you got to put the soda on the elevator and then take it to the freaking thing. Yeah, it's more money, dude. You get the thing in, it's one floor from the basement to the first floor, premium. And then you go, and then there's all those other restaurants. They're like, oh, I might get this new chicken spot, or
I was looking
this,
for root beer.
You know. They have Mr. Pibb.
You're right. You're inside the mind, Tobe. You're like one of those people who are like, it's better to play annoying music at the grocery store. It makes them buy more. And it's like, yeah, but you're also a horrible person because now everybody has to listen to like shitty music.
Listen, bro.
So just be playing good music, which like, did you do the tests on the good music? It makes you buy less.
Hey, I just worked in a grocery store and I can tell you it's 110% accurate. Also, you put milk in the furthest corner of the store. Makes everyone walk through the entire store to get it, because that's the most popular thing that people get.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you say this, because I'm going to bring it here to the Baseball Hippie Show. I've been saying it on chat ever since they took this crazy downfall. But yeah, man, this is how I frame it. Starbucks franchise. It's like,
no, this is a great point. This is exactly it.
Handling of events. You know, they're not doing smart business, even by their standards. And like, to have the main writer who writes about you say that thing I sent on Instagram really put the bow on what's going on this year with this team. We're like, that dude Divish is kind of a respected sports writer at this point. And he's just saying, he says on another podcast, yeah, sometimes they're just ass backwards, and then a day later you say you're keeping your GM. Whoever.
I don't disagree with you that it's weird fucking optics.
Weird optics. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah, I don't think it's like. It's not that surprising to me that they don't want to go through a whole like reorganization situation with getting a new GM, because like that opens so many doors, and like I feel like
do some things well.
He did do some things well, and I think it's hard to bring in a new GM and be like, don't touch any of this shit, and like, because you know. You have to do, I think, some level of rebuild if you're going to give somebody total control over the franchise, right? And I think they just went through all that.
Well, that's a good point, because if Josh Jacob Jingle, he's got a lot to say about baseball if you get him started. And I think that he would argue that they should kind of do a minor rebuild, because he's like just pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they should or shouldn't, really. I just, like, I guess what I'm saying is that it's not surprising that the ownership group doesn't want to go through that again so soon, so that they're keeping Dipoto on. That said, I think it's weird as fuck to make that announcement right now when they know, they clearly don't know if what Divish is saying is correct, that they're just so out of touch. They should understand right now, and it makes me feel like he said that because he knew this shit was coming. Like, how do they not understand that, whether right or wrong, a huge portion of the public and the fan base has a lot of animosity towards Jerry Dipoto right now. And after we've tanked our season where we were at one point 10 games in the lead of the division, and now we're struggling to maybe catch up or maybe get a wild card 3 spot.
Yeah. I'd like to.
Why would you announce that we're just going to keep doing the same old shit? Like, nah, it's wild. It doesn't do them any favors with their reputation of just wanting to, like, they just want a profitable team. And it seems like, yeah, we're making money. Dapota's doing a good job filling our pockets. So, like, we'll keep running them out there.
Yeah.
Bro, they don't care about winning, bro. It's just a fair you go to with food. They might as well serve freaking elephant ears, man. It's fucking.
Yeah, that's
they don't care, man. Jerry spilled the beans, dude. He said 54%, dude. He spilled the damn beans, bro.
Here,
that's what they told him. Ain't no way, dude. We're number 10 still on the top 10 most grossing stadiums in the league. We've never made a World Series. That's the key, dude. I went last Sunday, sold out game, dude. Nobody cares, bro. It's dark days. We care. Our most caring fans don't even go to the game anymore because it's that upsetting, dude. This is hard. I'll probably take this back when I wake up in the morning, but
Tobe has said that to me like
dark,
years ago. You said what you just said, so that shit is crazy because
we all know it. We just don't want it to be true. But
and this year, I was like, yeah, it's just better on the TV because I'm just like, man, fuck these Blue Jay ass motherfucking fans, and then everyone else is just bopping the Macklemore. Like, am I crazy out here? Like, where's
Sunday?
Like, who the
Sunday day games do suck. I will say that. That shit sucks.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say this though. I read an article about them changing the song from Louie Louie to Macklemore in the King5.com, and they said it was controversial on the internet at the time. So the PR person who's still like the head of PR there knows. So they know the whispers, man. They can't play ignorant at all. Weird optics is the best phrase to ever describe.
Well, yeah, weird optics and being out of touch. Because, like, with the, I don't know, like, say what you will about Macklemore, but I think, like, most people understand the general view of Macklemore is whether or not you think he's a talented person, he's pretty fucking corny. Like,
yeah,
you're getting, like I don't think he's, like, totally untalented, and I think there's a place for his music.
Joy to fans.
Some like, fans of small portion, I think a lot of fans think he's corny as shit. Like, and then I don't know, man. He made a song called My Oh My. It doesn't really mean that he deserves to fucking have the every game 7th inning stretch song. Like
Macklemore, the type of dude to text Kendrick Lamar. That you should have won the Grammy, bro. We don't forget, dude. You're not welcome in the city after that. That was corny as fuck.
Yeah.
Corny, dude. Plus all the other things that you did, man. Nobody likes Macklemore.
Well, I'd say his songs are the corniest part. I mean, that I kind of remember that too, but I just think like.
I love how we always go back here, dude. Quickly always goes. It is such a clutch point. It is such a clutch point to be like, it's not even the player. It is, dude. It is so metaphorical to the franchise.
Describing this to like just somebody off the street that you'd be like, and then Macklemore, they would be like, yeah, oh yeah, Macklemore. Like people will look at you like, oh, okay. Like, they don't know. That is indicative of the franchise. It's like
it would be like if Boston changed taking any other stadiums. You know what does Boston do? If they just changed it to I don't know, some other white rapper, dude. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, like Mills. Yeah. Anyways.
My bad, yeah. This is it.
No. I gotta say, from the hippie perspective, Macklemore brings people joy. You know, I get that. So if they were winning a bunch of games and making the playoffs, I don't think the McLemore would bother me at all. I don't really care about the McLemore. But it is indicative when everything sucks, and then it's like it just feels Starbucks. It's like they're just trying to sell you a bad product and then say to you it's good. And that's why I'm going to write a book similar to how Moneyball compared the A's, the winning A's, to like financial markets and like winning stocks. I'm going to compare the Mariners to failing tech companies. So yeah, no, but I just think the Mariners are like a bad brand, and we kind of knew that. And then when they lose, it just becomes so apparent because like all losing teams, just the wheels start falling off and everybody starts blaming. But I also feel like that's why they're kind of out of all the shitty teams right now, they're kind of the dark horse because the guys in the clubhouse still feel like they like each other. There's that part I can't say has happened yet. And their starting pitching is crazy good. So
I wonder what really goes on in there because, like, the pitchers can't be like that stoked with the rest of the squad, like letting him down all the fucking time. Like,
then randomly scoring 16. To your point, real quick on why not to fire Dipoto as well is we are at an interesting point in the personnel because we have all this great young starting pitching and like kind of an aging start like ace right in the Rock, but
La Piedra.
We also have weirdly good hitting prospects. And then that's where Josh is always like, man, that's what I don't like about Jerry is he's like, he's more about the prospects than he is about getting guys to win a World Series. And like, that's why he's not a great GM. It's like, he's just like, I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong, but we do have some elite hitters supposedly coming up. Am I wrong about that? So we are at a weird time to fire him. It's like we have like guys on both sides of in the majors and not quite.
Yeah, but we have an issue. We have like a pretty proven track record of struggling to develop our offensive talent. Like, so
Kellenick, J-Rod's having an off year. Demo is not helping that.
And there's still a couple years out. It's Felinin, Celestian, and Harry Ford. And there's the shortstop dude.
Yeah.
Cole Emerson. There's two shortstops. Cole Emerson and can't remember the other guys. He has kind of a similar name, I think.
Word, yeah.
And then there's the big dude in single A, right? Who like looks like Alvarez.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now. Anyway, real quick, let me go back. Let me go back to the clubhouse thing. I think everyone laughed and thought it was funny when he came out a couple weeks ago about Logan Gilbert like pitching 7 innings and then just going to straight up play PS5 in the clubhouse.
Yep, and someone filmed it too. That's another part of that.
I feel like if there was like a legit veteran presence in the clubhouse, they would like shut that shit down. They'd be like, bro, you can't play half a game and then just go play video games while the rest of us are still playing. Like, it's just a bad look. Like, do you have our, like, so to me, it's like one of two things. There's not like a good veteran presence. It's like getting people to support each other, or the pitching staff is at the point where they're just like, I did my job and now I'm fucking off because like I can't be around this bullshit while you guys get like 3 hits a game and score 1 run, you know? Like, I'm not dealing with that shit. Like, in a vacuum, I think it's funny and interesting, but it's also like, I think it says a little bit of something about the team. Is that is that a normal thing for like you pitch? I get that pitchers sometimes don't hang out in the dugout for the whole game after. They go like ice up or shower up or whatever. Yeah. But you just like check out and like play video games while the rest of your team's trying to win a game. Like that's weird.
And we were kind of winning back then, so people were like, "Yeah, he's just one of us." But you're right; it's like on a mature psychological level too. It's total disengagement.
We weren't winning. That was right when we were.
Okay,
That came out when we
You're right,
we
we were
definitely lost the
teetering.
division. Yeah,
I say
yeah.
this though. Also, who was the dude filming it, and did he know that the dude was filming it?
Probably Bryce Miller, bro. They're probably both playing.
Yeah, it seems like Miller or like a Saucedo type of thing. I don't know.
I mean, we know Saucedo loves this video
Were they
game.
clowning it, or were they trying to snitch on it? Because that's the part where I'm just like, again, whatever.
No, I totally agree. But I've said it from day one. I wouldn't even be on the same private jet as these bums, bro. Like, if I'm starting pitching, I'm the reason we would be the Oakland Athletics right now if it wasn't for us, man. Like, I ain't even trying to eat the same meals as you guys. Get out of my whole zone. I'll put it on my fucking my headphones. I can't hear shit, and I'm going away because I can't deal with this. Because that shit is a disease, dude. That weakness that they have. But I don't know. I do think, I don't know. And to just keep adding on the clubhouse, like a Rosarina, like very interesting. I love Randy, but it's like vibe-wise, I'm just like, God damn, dude. He's probably just like, I don't know. He still doesn't, I don't know. Maybe it's just looking too deep on it. He still just kind of seems bummed. I would be too. I don't know, man. If I could change the topic though, just for a sec, like, and we could talk about our, what our dream build would be for the next couple years of like who we could try to get onto this team to change them. But I think we've talked about this, numerous times before. But it's like this power hitting thing and this getting rid of strikeout things has got to go, bro. I think you gotta just get hitters, bro. We gotta go back to 01 Mariners. You gotta like figure out a way to get more contact batters, bro. I think that's the only way the Mariners should be going from now on.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
which is a lot easier said than done, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Arraez is a big reason why the Padres are good right now. It's my guess, even though I don't watch Padres every day.
Dude, he's only struck out twice since the All-Star break.
That stat alone jumps out at me.
Yeah, I looked at his whole year line. He's had over 500 at bats and struck out 26 times this year.
Crazy,
24
bro.
of them were before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
He's dialed in. Winning is crazy because that guy who got traded to the White Sox and all those pictures of him just so depressed is like, it's weird because I think you're right. Like, the clubhouse changes when, like, I mean, in that thread you were showing, there's that picture of Cal Raleigh just sitting there on the bench alone on the broadcast in Oakland. Like, I saw that earlier on Reddit. It was like, God, man, these guys are in a dark place.
Yeah, well, not to harp on it, but like, thinking like, so the whole thing is like, so like with Garver, for example, we're like bringing in a guy who's like maybe not gonna be the best hitter ever, but he's supposed to hit, and also some of what we're paying him for is to bring in this like veteran presence of someone who's been there, who's won a World Series, who like can show these young guys how to stay in line.
Yeah.
He's clearly not doing that, but imagine somebody like what would Big Papi do if he walked in and
100%.
someone's playing PS5 in the fucking dugout? He would
100%.
smash the PS5 with a fucking baseball bat and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I think they just need someone to I don't know. Clearly, the vibes might be good, but what kind? Like they call JP. They call JP the captain. What was that?
I was saying, can you imagine Mitch Garver walking in on Logan Gilbert playing college football? I'm like, hey, Logan, bud. I was just wondering, you just turn it down, bud. Is there still a game going on outside, bud? He stands up. He's like 2 feet taller than him. He's like, what, Mitch? Talking to me, bro?
Once you strike out again.
He's like, Logan, I don't have to be here right now. I can just go home. I've had a pretty good career. I can just chill his jersey's off my back, bud. You know how it is.
That is cold-blooded, man. Damn,
It's tough too, because I will throw out. It's like Mitch Haniger is, should be that veteran presence too. But his whole thing is like been, he's kind of like a super uber professional, but like very ISO gang type of dude, isolation factor. So he shows up and leaves. But I just think it's like, this might be going on another tangent where I'm like, they built a lineup with a lot of dudes who are good at a specific thing. And then when it all doesn't work together, it's tough because you have a lot of dudes sit on the bench. They're like, well, the thing I'm good at, I'm still doing okay, but like nothing's working together. And you just have like, a couple of dudes who are a jack of all trades type of thing. So probably sucks to just be in that position where you're like, I'm trying my best, but yeah, the lineup just
for sure
ass, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, real quick, I just could name a couple Mariners that would do really well in certain lineups. Haniger being one of them. Garber obviously did well in Texas' lineup last year. And then
Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, Raleigh batting third and fourth all year was just such a bad idea to me. He's like definitely a number 5, 6 hitter.
Yeah.
Great to like clear the bases every once in a while, but like you need elite 1 through 4. That's how the big teams do it nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to like spend a lot of money, and if they did, I expect it not to be on Soto, but someone like Kyle Tucker or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like someone who you're like, okay, you spent $400 million, but you did it on who? Because just the track record. But that being said, I'm not that sad for some reason. Didn't I say that via text the other day? It's like, on one hand, this is like the worst season of all time and gut-wrenching at the same time. But on the other hand, 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least we're like nearing. I can feel that something could happen. I want someone to break the PS5, and I don't honestly care if Logan Gilbert gets traded next year.
No, and I don't even want to go that far. It's not even the like play like
about feelings. I'm just kidding.
I guess it's not like the playing of the PS5 that bothers me, and I did think it was funny, but like it just like looks bad. Like the fact that got out of the clubhouse for one is a bad look. And it's not like championship vibes, and it's not like team vibe. Like when your hitters are struggling, I get you're probably frustrated as fuck and don't want to deal with it anymore. But like,
you should be out there supporting.
Well, yeah, not even out there and supporting them, but they should know that you are in there playing fucking video games. Like,
and it goes back. It goes back to your original point of being like everything top down is out of touch because like. The guy posted it and was like, his whole playing was like, man, Logan's got that dog in him, bro. Like 7 out there, 7 like playing 90 minutes of football on here, dude. Like competitor, and it's like everyone's just like, no, bro, what the fuck? That's not like how out of touch are you guys, bro. This is not what a fan wants to see of a losing team right now.
Yeah, like here's a good point. On the Mookie podcast, Corbin Carroll last year was just out of the blue was like, yeah, we had a team meeting about Tim Anderson getting punched, players only, and he was like, we were just like, if anybody gets punched from rookie to vet, someone on their team's getting punched. It's like they were saying that, and they're like, that kind of gave me goosies because I was like, damn, the players take that shit hell is serious. And like for Corbin Carroll to be a young guy, kind of like, I think you're right, man. You're right. It's like, but
I will say that J-Ram looks like he probably. I'm sorry. J-Ram looks like he probably carries a knife and he'd just stab your ass if you wanted to punch him. So, like, I get why nobody backed up to it.
No, but, like, that's the new rep is, like, Gilbert and Kirby are just pissed. Is that going to translate into 2 just, like, fireball pissed off dudes that play for the Mariners for long careers, or both just leave and then just the minute they get out of Seattle are just like, yeah, fuck them. They're like,
Kirby's going to the Yankees for sure after his contract's up.
They were both drafted by the Mariners, so there's like an interesting part there where like they were developed and drafted by the Mariners. It's interesting. I'm with you though. They look pissed. They both, them and Rayleigh for some reason look the pissest. Also, shout to Luke Rayleigh, because I feel like he actually, I don't know, well, first let me look at his batting average, but still.
He's been one of the more consistent players this year.
I feel like he's a consistent dude on the Mariners when I watch the games.
Yeah. He's him and Robles are two dudes who are at the point of their careers where they got shifted around so much, and they're like, if we don't change anything, we're out of the league next year easily, bro. They're like, if we don't have a above average year, we're never playing another MLB season. So you have those two dudes being our most consistent hitters on the team. It's like wild, because it's like, damn, we were 10 games up, and our best two dudes are two dudes who are literally forced to do this, or else they are not playing baseball again. So it kind of is a weird dichotomy of bringing it up, against the playing Xbox in the clubhouse. Well, shit, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, if I get shipped out for the Mariners, I'm gonna have a fat ass contract, bro. Like, I hopefully that's not. I'm gonna throw that out there. Hopefully it's not what they're thinking, but it's kind of in the back of their mind right now after those started 5. Like, I don't know. It does suck though. I mean, not to be. This is a whole dark. This is a dark pod. This is a goth early Halloween episode pod, goth pod. But it is. I mean, it's just the human mind. Like those 5 startings are like, man, we just did something on paper another starting 5 unit has never done, and
you're right.
Probably ain't gonna make the playoffs, and they're probably just like, shit, dude. Like,
it was a legendary season for that reason. We had the best starting pitching probably in decades on the Mariners. Arguably some of the best in the last 2 decades in baseball. Just with the young, homegrown talent, 4 dudes with this other guy who's just been like a perennial all-star. It's kind of nasty, but they've all faltered at the weirdest times too. So that's weird too. In the end, though, okay, maybe I'm just in a weird place in life, but I'm not hugely affected by all this. What's the vibes for you guys? How much does this piss you off? Because it's weird, because I would feel like this would be the most hurtful season I could live through. But a part of me is also just we're dysfunctional. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's gonna happen. I guess I'm just gonna keep watching. Is kind of how I've resolved. Is how I feel.
No, I was just gonna say that I feel like for me to be disappointed and let down by the Mariners, it's got to be take it to the next level. I've lived through this for so long. It's just the Mariners aren't good again. They're not making the playoffs again. We missed the playoffs. When you've missed the playoffs, I want to say in the last 10 to 15 years, we've missed the playoffs by 1 game, 3 or 4 times.
With the expanded wild card.
Yeah, and so missing the playoffs doesn't really affect me anymore. For me to be sad and depressed by the Mariners, it's gonna be giving up a walk-off hit to lose 1 game and then not scoring in 18 innings in the game after that.
I agree.
That kind of stuff is what really disappoints me about the Mariners now.
Having a magical wild card series, that's a good point.
Yeah, so it's hard to compare it to that. If they're just not going to get back to the postseason, that sucks. But it's I've seen.
Hopefully, they learn their lesson and just stop talking shit that their offense sucks. They need to acceptance is the first key for sure.
Dude, I was watching top 5 MLB playoff chokes. That the game against the Blue Jays, number 2. The game against the Astros, number 1. That was within 2 days of each other. Forgot we were up 7-3 in the 7th inning due to that first game. Sorry.
Yeah, we jumped all over Verlander. Awesome. It was a great series. Anyways, that would be a Mariners fan take on that. We went out 0-2.
I watched that game in a casino in fucking Palm
Ew.
Springs. And I was like so hyped. And then by the end of the game, I just wanted to throw my Mariners hat in the trash so I didn't have to talk to anybody about it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny. Did you make it? Did you place any bets on it? That
No,
would have hurt even more.
But
Thank God.
We were just on vacation together for this wedding, and it happened to be when it started, and I didn't want to make Rebecca like sit in the hotel room and watch the whole game with me. So it's like, let's go like hang at the casino and we can like gamble and watch the game.
Yep.
That rocks. That's sick. Jess,
Yep.
do you remember what we were doing?
Yeah, we were
I
just
remember it very well.
drinking. I gotta
We
say
got,
this.
we got drunk. We got drunk off the victory before the game ended.
I gotta say this, Tobe. Real quick. Even then, it was like, it's one of those bad trips that doesn't have a lot of consequences. So you kind of wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, that was fucked up. But you still are kind of like, well, like, I guess it wasn't that bad. Because, like, even then, when he gave up that homer, I know that you were in public, Brownbear, but, like, I don't know, man. At some point, they're just a clown. They're just funny to me. Like, they are just a lovable underdog because they're so fumble the bag is like their weird optic fumble the bag, like franchise. They just like, they can't not trip over their own shoelace. Like, I can't imagine their game 7 of their World Series in 200 years from now will be like, they'll get to the game 7 with like the last pitch and something insane will happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some blunder, some blooper that's just like out of the. See, here's why I said that meme with Poppy and Betts and it says baseball gods. Is because I really do believe the baseball gods have a special place for us. Like, they're like, oh, just wait, Seattle will give you yours. They're just like, first you must suffer more and more. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're kind of chosen, like, when we make our World Series, Baseball Nation would rejoice in some ways.
I feel like everyone's always pulling for the Mariners to not suck, dude. just can't figure it out.
We get more play on baseball today than the Guardians, for sure. They love talking about the Mariners.
Well, that's why this year, bro, that's a tough one I read online, since they're like, damn, bro, y'all really had a chance to end the Astros' fucking tear of Major League Baseball so easily this year. And now, look what happens, man. We let the deck. I was trying to relate it to some, like, I don't know, man. It just reminds me of some sci-fi fantasy movie where you have the dagger to the throat of the villain of the movie, and then you like remember some, like, oh, we were friends when we were kids, and then you like, you know, you kind of like pause for a second, and then they escape, and they're all like weak, and they like fall down a cliff, and then you're like, oh, it's all good. They're probably not gonna make it, and then later in the movie, they come back, they fucking kill your girlfriend, they kill you, dude. You had the chance, bro. But actually, now the Mariners, we're the goofy comedic relief that dies first in the movie. That's what we are, bro. We'll never, it's just never. They were fan favorite, but it just is what it is, dude.
I don't know, man. I think we're gonna win the division, and then you're gonna be like, damn, Jess.
This year, you think we're gonna win the division?
Yeah, because
you were supposed to be our spiritual Sherpa, dude. You can't just make. We're basically, me and Andrew. We're tripping right now. Okay. You can't just start making up fantasies for us to get back into reality, dude. You gotta base us. You gotta base us. You're our spiritual Sherpa, dude. You gotta ground us in something, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, man. It's like, we have, 23 games, say, maybe give or take, you know. We're playing good teams. That's good for the Mariners, weirdly. They had a good series against the Phillies, good series against the Mets. You know, it's like, we don't want to be playing the Angels or the Tigers. Those are the 95 Yankees. So that's A. And B is we just have to keep it around 2 or 3 games. And then we have those last 6 games, which is Houston and Oakland. And, like, what if we just swept Houston? That'd be insane. If we were, like, 3 games out, then we swept them, and everyone was like, damn, the Mariners are hot again. And then we have to play Oakland to just, you know what I'm saying? Just clinch it. You know what I'm saying? And then your butt clenched. And then,
no, we're getting walked off by Oakland twice like we just did, dude.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to
Sure, bro.
the last game of the season.
I can see this. I can see it. Now we're seeing the same thing. We are getting back. We are gonna tie Houston and sweep them, and then we're gonna lose to Oakland the last series. That's the Mariners shit.
On the 9th inning, on a walk-off, is gonna end our
they're gonna bring in Logan Gilbert. He's like, damn, I stayed up too late last night playing.
Bring in Logan Gilbert in the 9th on the last.
That's tough.
That shit got me, man. We bring in Logan Gilbert, game 162 against Oakland at the Oakland Coliseum. I think it's at Safeco. Guess who's coming out of the pin? 9th inning, Dan called the pin. Logan bomb, first pitch, right field, game season over.
See, that's the baseball god shit, bro. Because rewatching that highlight, it's like, we did bring Kirby out against that Blue Jays game, which was pretty tight. And then Kirby pitched, and that's where I think the baseball gods was like, bro, we're not in the World Series. Like, we all trying to get too slick out here, dude. Like, we're bringing a right. He's like, you guys, this is the play-in game, bro. Like,
you guys see Super Bowl pass. Yeah, it's like, come on now. That's just overthinking it. I will say though,
it was tight though. Like he did shut him out, but the Robbie, yeah, I don't know. Sorry to keep sticking on that.
This fall, it's like 10 games above Texas, but also part of that I felt uneasy at the time because it was like we kept texting like, are we good? Was the question all that time of those 100 days, and then. It's not the same when you're 10 games up on a team that's like 6 games under 500 or whatever. So there's that, A. And then B, we were only 12. I think 12 games is the most we got over, which was awesome. And we were cooking at that time. But early season, 12 games over is not like there have been bigger falls. Like, I know that I'm just like compartmentalizing how epic of a fail we had this year. But at the same time, it's like weird how we're still in it and like we aren't just straight up bad. Like that's the weird part about this whole thing is like we're actually legit almost good is what they should. That should be their slogan next year.
Almost good.
Chess, bro. Chess, dude. Yes. What? You are what is going on, bro? The worst batting average. We're worst batting average in the White Sox.
He's got a case of the Krugeritis, bro. He's trying to
polish this turd. He's sipping on that Krug juice, man.
Have you guys stopped watching the games?
We're one starting pitching. We've said this all year. We're one starting pitching injury away from being worse than the White Sox this year. It's bad, bro. It's bad. Whoa. Think about if one of those dudes gets injured, bro. It's bad.
But White Sox best hitters are Lou Bob and Benintendi. We got J-Rod and Randy. I'll take, even in off years, I'd take those guys over on swag alone.
That's true. That's true. That is true. But there's some in the air, bro. We keep losing one-run games. Like, that's the thing, dude. And that was the thing at the beginning of the season. We were winning a lot of those. And it's been the same thing with the Mariners the past, 4 years. Is those are so peanut butter jelly to our success. So if we don't have that mojo sliding in our favor this year, then you got to think like, well, then that doesn't mean you're close to being a good team. It just means that you're kind of in this weird bubble of like you should be way worse than you are. You're just getting in these positions or even could squeak out a game. But I don't know if that made any sense. But no, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being devil's advocate. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I mean. You're speaking what the free world has spoken in the last 2 weeks or month. Like, what you're saying is everybody except the 4 commentators on Root Sports, which I haven't seen Bill Kruger in a while. I hope he's okay. I know we got to close it out here, so I'm just gonna.
Wait, can I say one thing about Bill Kruger? I don't know if we've addressed this. It's always funny that Bill Kruger is the most positive because when we talked to your friend who like went to his baseball camp, he said he was a total asshole in real life and kind of try to have him pitch on like a broken hand or some shit like that. So I was like, damn, dude, he's really siphoning in that positive energy. It is weird. Like negative life. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a mean thing to end it on, but
weird.
It's kind of metaphorical, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this is I'm gonna show you this meme. I'm gonna make it someday, which is like, you know, the astronaut in space, and then the guy has the gun to the back of his head. I want to think of something where it's like the astronaut saying like, "Why are we losing so much?" and then the guy with the gun is like, "We want to lose," because like that is the only other thing I can think of is that some genius in the Mariners organization is like, no, losing is the new money maker.
Losing's the new meta.
Go to you, Jerry. Playoff salaries. You're gonna have to pay all the hot dog vendors, all the it's like they just some backwards ass thinking on it.
Listen, Jerry, we don't bring the good sodas to the upstairs level, okay? Do you understand how that works, okay? It's like we don't bring the good baseball.
We get a teetering franchise just good enough to pique the interest. Then we make sure they lose. So that everybody's hooked, got their hooks in, then we twist. That's how we get them. Then we send them hot dogs on fish.
It's like I'm trying to think. It is just like a reality TV show. It's like you don't want to like them too much. You don't watch reality TV because you love the characters. You kind of want them to see them argue and yeah. You want to not like them.
Yeah. You don't love the Kardashians. You love to hate the Kardashians.
Yeah.
That's the same.
It's true.
Ooh, you guys got me.
Well,
all right. We're having fun with it. That's what you got to be a Mariners fan. So that's where I'm at.
We'll be back though. I agree with you. Honestly, I don't think they should. I don't think they're going to win this season, but I actually am weirdly positive about next season if they can keep the starting pitching. It's like we're still in the same game, you know. We're still a couple pieces away from like, especially with the Randy Rosarina thing. Now I'll sip the Kruger juice. I don't give a fuck. Like the Randy trade to me is massive because we haven't talked about it since that was our last pod. But like,
yeah,
Randy's tight, dude. And even if he's having an off year, like him and J-Rod are going to be tight back to backs. I totally agree with the Cal Raleigh thing. I don't think he should be around them in the batting lineup. I think it should be 6 or 7 at best, or 6 or 5 at best. But
yeah,
just because he's not a contact hitter like that, I think you gotta stuff the top with contact hitters get on base. But I truly believe I'm like, get a Brent Rooker, get one other dude, man. I think next season's looking bright. It's gonna be interesting to see what Texas does. Yeah.
I agree with all that. I just because you said Brent Rooker, I like Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna start him next week for the first week of the playoffs. Guy in Oakland. Did I get his name right? Sorry.
I think Trevor Lawrence is the QB for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah.
Who's the guy in Oakland who's been hitting home runs left and right? That guy's a beast.
Yeah, he had a couple against the Mariners.
Yeah, he's the guy who got sent down in the season and everybody was pissed. Lawrence Butler. Sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, I'll let you guys finish it off, though. But, vibes are pretty high over here. I mean, the Mariners suck, but what's new? There it is. That's it, right? That's the one. It's like, Mariners suck, what's new? It's kind of the Seattle copy right there. Like, maybe they did plan it that way. Who knows?
Yeah, it's kind of like a murder mystery. It's like, how'd they die this time? It's interesting. It's interesting. Let's play it back. Yeah. Thousands of ways to die.
Get to the end till you just get right there. Get right there. You'll be crawling back. We'll be crawling back next year. It's like, oh yeah, Louis, we thought it was too passive. It was too calming. we needed music that kind of agitates you a little bit. So we found through studies.
His first game this year is gonna be for Bark for the Park, and he's like, "I'm just here for the dogs, man. Like, and I ain't talking hot dogs. I'm just here to bring the dog out to the game." Like,
yeah,
that's bad.
Because our dog would not have been able to go to a game like even 2 years ago, but now she's so blind. You know, that's the type of dog you want to bring to the games nowadays. It's just like, she's just gonna smell the good food and know that there's a party going on, but like she won't notice the other dogs. And in her youth, she would have been pissed. Like, you took me in a section full of dogs. You gotta be kidding me! But now she won't. She won't.
I wonder if they rain the hot dogs over the crowd of dogs. Also, what do I do with my Ty France jersey?
We'll give her.
What happens? What do you guys do with the jerseys of the gone players?
Viking funeral.
Man, bring it in and
burn it at sea.
Talk to someone at the teen store and see if they can pull the
send it out.
Off.
Send it on Lake Washington. No, dude, that's embarrassing. Just I'd be the only person that know that, and just for me, that's too embarrassing to re-rock a jersey. It's too much juju in there, bro. It's got magic in the Ty France jersey. Can't. I just gotta. Yeah, you're right. Viking funeral. Let it burn.
Wow.
Watch him be an all-star in the next couple years too.
Wow.
Well,
can we film that for the baseball hippie if you did do it?
Yeah.
Could we play more? Yeah. Born to be
Maybe
wild.
Yeah. What should we do? Should Viking funeral it or bury it would be good too. We could bury it at a baseball field. Yes.
Do like a family man, like his wife would be like, "You should not fuck your husband. He's so." No, sorry, I'm getting toxic now.
Yikes! Yikes!
Yeah. Well,
that was
there it is. Let it out.
That was
Let it
an
out.
early pot. I'm just saying from last month.
I get what you're
Mitch Garber
saying.
said.
I get it.
People were attacking his family. Yeah. Thank you. All right, guys, you end it.
I feel like that's as good as note to end it on as any. I don't know. Go Mariners. I hope you're right, Jess. Let's get back to the playoffs this season, but I don't know.
And winding. More like Grateful Dead. It's been a long, strange trip.
Yeah, what a long, strange trip it's been indeed.
We're gonna title this "One Bad Trip."
One bad trip.
Take a walk.
One bad trip. Take a walk.